Hey everyone, it's Emily and welcome to my channel. Today I am building a house that I'm really excited about. It's actually a cottagey type of thing. I think that I'm going to call this White Cottage because that's what it is. I feel like I need to get more creative with my name, so I might think of something better, but we'll see. And I built this after I watched a video made by, I think, Kiwi Simming. She did like a white apartment build and I really liked it. And I wanted to build like a little cottage thing, and then I decided to just make everything like white themed, and like there's some like light greens and blues as like accent colors, but it's mostly white, and like the outside of the whole cottage is white and then with like dark wood floors. I really like it, and I'm going to try to remember to link her video down below since it inspired me a lot to build this. But if I forget, you can probably just go to her channel, and I don't think she made it too long ago, so you should be able to find it pretty easily. So yeah, but I'm really excited about this. I love how it turned out. I'm very happy because sometimes I go through periods of time where everything I try to build just looks awful, and I kind of felt like that's how this was going to go too. But then I ended up changing the shape of it a little bit, and it worked out. I was having some issues with the roofing, and I was trying to make a second level too, but we just ended up making it one story, and it's just a cute little cottage. And I originally wasn't going to make a sim to live here, but then I ended up making one. You probably saw her dog at the beginning very briefly when the dog's like walking into the house, but I made a sim and her dog. And as I was decorating the place, I had this image of like, I couldn't decide if it was like a young adult that's just kind of like a loner, or like kind of like an old soul, or if it was like an elder sim that's like retired or something. But I had this sim in my head that has this dog that they like spend all of their time with, and then eventually I add a little side. Oh, I can't speak. Oh my gosh, I just choked on my own spit. That's lovely. Um, but eventually I added on this like side yard thing where they like train their dog because they just kind of live out here by themselves. And then I had this whole idea that they were a writer, and this is like their little peaceful retreat area. This is their house. This is where they live. But this is like where they're like all, they get inspired and write their novels or something. But yeah, that's what I was thinking when I was building this. Not at this point yet, once I get to the inside. But I ended up making an adult sim because I couldn't decide if I wanted this to be like for a young adult or if it could be for an elder, because I could see like either one living here. But I think that this is really cute. And I also I made the foundation a lot higher than I usually make foundations. I kind of like it. I like how um, the foundation looks. I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, I really liked using the dark wood floors with the white wallpaper, and I'm talking about the build way more than I usually do. But it's fine. I really am obsessed with this build, and I'm trying to do more builds on my channel because I wanted, like, in the first place, when I started a channel, I was going to make it like a building channel, and then I started posting videos of like my not so berry stuff, and then it just kind of ended up being more like that. But I want it to be more build based, so I want to try to do like 3 or 4 builds a week instead of like 2 to 3 builds a week. And I'm trying to do daily uploads kind of now, especially because I'm sharing like gameplay for my not so berry challenge, and I'm doing the upgrowth challenge, and I've started doing some like stuff like updates of just like me playing around with the vet career. I don't know how long that'll continue, just because um it's not that interesting. It just depends on if I have like lots of drama with that family, and that type of thing is more of what I'm sharing with that than like the actual vet gameplay. It's just like the story that I'm telling with my family, and it's mostly just the family that I'm using to like mess around with the vet career and all the new stuff with the pack. So yeah, there's that. But oh gosh, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I want to do more builds. So I have another build coming up later this week, and that one is like a family house. But then I think I want to do another small house like this because I really liked how this turned out, and I think I'm getting better at landscaping. I know I'm not at the landscaping now, but I really liked how I feel like I'm bragging about my own build. This is awful. I need to stop. But anyway, I just really like this house. Sorry. But yeah, well, Here's the thing I wanted to talk about. If I am getting like super in the Christmas spirit right now, and Sia has a Christmas album and it's all like original songs and it's really good. So if you like Sia, you should listen to her Christmas album because I'm a fan and I recommend my favorite songs, I think, are Snowman, Candy Cane Lane, and Puppies Are Forever. Those are good ones. Sounds kind of silly, but and it is kind of a silly song, but it's a fun one and it makes me happy. And I've been listening to it in the car a lot because my podcast app on my phone decided to break, and I commute to campus where I go to school, and it's like takes like an hour on average to get there or like to get home. So I usually listen to podcasts in the car because it's like more entertaining for me. But my podcast app broke, so I've just been listening to the Sia album, and it's been pretty good. So I recommend that. And also the other day, when I was driving home, why am I saying they? I don't know what I'm saying. But I had a really nice drive, and I was driving like a route that I don't usually go because I normally stay at my boyfriend's house on the weekends, but he was pet sitting and like house sitting for a family, and so we were staying at like the house that he was house sitting for, and they had the sweetest dog, but that's besides the point. But anyway, I took a different like route to school than normal, and it was really nice because it had lots of like trees and stuff. And where I live, all the leaves on the trees are like changing color, and that's super nice. Also, I couldn't find a coffee table that was like small enough for that area, so I just left one out. I don't know if that's normal or not, but I thought it was fine. I couldn't figure out what to do, so I did that. But anyway, it was a really nice drive, and something that used to stress me out so much was driving on interstates and stuff, like multi-lane highways, but now I'm really good at it because I do it like almost every day. But yeah, that used to give me lots of anxiety, and I just realized this week that I'm totally comfortable with it. So it's the little things. And I put lots of clutter around this house. I feel like um something that sometimes I also like sizing down those books now because I feel like that pile is usually way too big, but when you size it down once, it's the perfect size of a stack of books, in my opinion. But anyway, sometimes I feel like when I clutter a house, it just ends up looking cluttered and messy, or like I don't put enough clutter and it doesn't look lived enough. But I think this one is a good balance of like realistic clutter, if that makes sense. So that's kind of what I was going for, and I think I achieved it. I'm happy with it anyway. So yeah, and something that I'm trying to do, going along with doing more builds on the channel, is building things that I'm really happy with, because I feel like sometimes I'll just upload a build just for the sake of uploading a build, but it's not like I'm 100% happy with how it turned out, or like maybe I'll get to like one part of it and I'm like, I don't really know how I feel about this, and then I just kind of give up and like finish furnishing it and then just call it a day. But I really want to get better about making sure that I love the build by the time I'm done with it, and if I don't, then maybe just like start over or do something else, because I don't want to be posting things that I'm not 100% happy with, because all of the videos that I've posted that I really like usually like do better, and I think it shows because my attitude in the voiceover is just better. I'm just like happier when I'm like posting it and editing it, and it just all ends up being better when you watch it. I think that translates to the viewer. So I'm trying to do a better job of that. So that's exciting. And almost done with the kitchen now. I did put in a little like coffee nook area over there in the corner. I just put a small little table because I was imagining a single sim would live here. Didn't need a big dining table like I usually would for a family. I want to build some more homes for like single sims or couples that aren't necessarily starter houses, but they're kind of like a size of a starter house. Or maybe just like an older sim could live there. I don't know. I feel like I never build houses with older sims in mind, so I want to start doing some of that. And those like coffee wall decor things, I like sizing the bigger one. I like sizing that one down. I think did I size it down or did I just leave it that size? Maybe I didn't even use it. Oh, I don't think I used it. But those are fun to size down now. So that's a pro tip if you're looking for things to size down because I'm always thrilled when I find something that I can size down and it looks amazing now. That's my new favorite thing to do. But now I'm working on this side yard that I was talking about earlier, and I think I'm about to get to the landscaping that I am kind of obsessed with. I just really like how the screenshot turned out of this house. Like, that's the thing that I'm talking about. Is like sometimes I'll build a house and then I'll go to take a screenshot of it, and I'm like, this house is like okay, like it's fine, and I'm not like super pumped. But this one, I was like, wow, I really. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I feel once again like I'm bragging about my own build. I need to stop. Um, I'm sorry if I sound awful, but it's hard when you really like something that you do and you're proud of, and you want to like brag about yourself, but you're not really bragging. You're just like happy because you finally like something that you did. If that makes any sense. I hope it does. And I hope I don't sound like I'm. I don't know what I need to stop. I need to talk about something else. Um, Oh, Thanksgiving is tomorrow for me. I think the day that I'm posting this is Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving if you live in the US. And if you don't, then I'm kind of jealous because you have no buffer holiday between Halloween and Christmas. So when November comes around, you can pretty much just start getting ready for Christmas. That's something I realized this year. I had this like revelation, and I realized that like people in other countries can just start decorating for Christmas so much earlier, but like in the US, it's like, whoa, slow down if you start decorating before Thanksgiving. But in other countries, you don't have another holiday in between, so you might as well just start decorating for Christmas. And I feel like, you should just start decorating for Christmas as soon as possible because it's only like you can really only have your Christmas decorations up for around like a month, and then you have to take them down after Christmas or like around like New Year's ish time, most likely. And then you just wait all year, and then when you take your decorations down, your house is all blessed. So like you might as basically just enjoy Christmas. Enjoy the Christmas season for as long as you can. That's my new motto. And I don't care if it's way too early to start decorating for Christmas, but I started decorating my Sims houses for Christmas like last week. So I'm just too excited. Once again, listen to Sia's Christmas album. I think that the build is almost done now. I'm just finishing like the last few landscaping things. Oh, those trees were so perfect for this, with it being like a white themed cottage. I loved having I think those are dogwood trees. Those are dogwood trees. And I love that those are in the game now because there are tons of dogwood trees in the area where I live. So it's just super cool to see them in the game because I remember being in elementary school and like getting picked up from school, and in the spring, and like the dogwood trees would be like blooming around my school, and there would be like dogwood flowers like all over the ground, and lots of memes. I almost forgot a mailbox on this house, but don't worry, I remembered. Also, oh, I put the trash can next to the mailbox. I was gonna say, did I forget a trash can? That would be awful. But I remembered all the things this time, I'm pretty sure. So thank you for watching. I think that the video is almost over. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like this house as much as I do. I hope you're just as obsessed with it as I am. Make sure to check out Kiwi Simming's white apartment if that sounds interesting to you, because it inspired me a lot for this, and makes me really happy. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching. Bye.